Hello there. This is me showing a very rough speed paint of my digital process. And I usually use the hard dip pen for the outline, and then I'll use the airbrush at 40%, I think it's called, when I start the shading. But I usually fill in the big areas with the bucket, and then I'll go back and I'll touch up with the paintbrush the areas that it didn't get. Um, but someone wanted to see my digital painting process to see if they could help me out a little bit. Quite frankly, I just don't know what I'm doing. And usually when I go to shade, my one friend taught me like how to get a nice blend is you have like your base color and then you just change the color a little bit until you get that blend you want. And we'll kind of see what I tried to do here. This was I didn't finish coloring this, and this kind of ended up being fairly quick because I ended up being a little busier than I expected. But my goal was more to try and get the point across that I don't know what I'm doing. And essentially, how I roughly have been going about shading digitally. Because, quite frankly, I feel like I take too much time and things could be way more efficient. Like, as we can see, as I'm trying to brush in the shirt shadows, the color goes everywhere. Even when I try and clip it, which I'm not 100% sure, I just know that when I clip it, sometimes it will avoid coloring in the background at least, but it doesn't avoid coloring in things that I don't want to be colored. And so I don't know if there's like a tool that I'm missing or not understanding, because any other time you see a speed paint, and maybe they're doing more cell shading rather than blending, but it seems like no one else has this problem. Maybe is it just a me thing? It might just be a me thing, but yeah. So sorry for this being not finished, but I do hope it gets what I was trying to get across decently. Um, and usually I won't focus on like just one area and blend it out. I'll get like the base shadows done, and then I'll go back and I'll work on the blending. As we can see here, I did change some of the shadows a bit, I guess. Then I go back and I erase what went out of line. Here I was when I brought it down to by the base colors and clipped it. That's where it stopped doing the color outside the lines thing. So apparently that's how that works. Yeah. But um so as we can see, I have like 100,000 layers, and I have like hair and skin and this and that. It's either that, because like if I'm trying to do a big area, I feel like it looks nicer when I make the brush bigger, but then I have a lot less control on those edge lines, like say by the hair, like the forehead where it comes off and the bangs go down. I would have a lot less control if I wanted to shade like a bigger area there, if with a bigger brush. Where if I'm using like the smaller brush, I feel like there's a lot more strokes in there that I have to try and blend out. So also my cat says hi. So I hope that made sense, because I'm not sure how to explain it very well. But I did want to try and get like some skin colored so that I could show a very rough shadow process here, and like how I add in the red in the highlights, which I feel I'm okay with like adding the red in generally. Sometimes it looks splotchy when I try and do like the shoulders, but I mean, I do use a lot of red, and that's probably too much red. But anyway, yeah, hopefully this got the point across like I tried slash hoped for. And any advice would be really, really good, because I don't know what I'm doing. But either way, thank you guys for watching my mess, and see you next time. Peace out.